Abraham Lincoln is one of the most admired leaders in history. He was the 16th President of the United States, famous for leading the country during its Civil War and for his strong beliefs in freedom and equality. His story is one of humble beginnings, hard work, and dedication to what is right. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809, in a small log cabin in Hardin County, Kentucky, United States. His family was very poor, and life was difficult for them. Abraham's parents, Thomas and Nancy Lincoln, worked hard to provide for their children, but they did not have much money or many resources. When Abraham was just 9 years old, his mother passed away. This was a very sad time for him, and he missed her deeply. However, his father soon remarried a kind woman named Sarah, who became a good mother to Abraham. Sarah encouraged him to read and learn as much as he could, even though he could not go to school regularly. Growing up, Abraham did not have access to a proper school, but he was very curious and loved to read. He borrowed books from neighbors and read everything he could find. Some of the books he read included the Bible, Aesop's Fables, and Robinson Crusoe. These books helped him understand the world and taught him important lessons about life and morality. Abraham Lincoln often studied by the light of a candle or a fireplace. He was known for his hard work and determination, and he would walk long distances to borrow books or learn from others. His love for learning made him different from many other young people at the time, and he became known as a thoughtful and intelligent person. As a young man, Abraham did many kinds of jobs to support himself. He worked as a farmer, a shopkeeper, and even a postman. He was tall and strong, and people admired his honesty and fairness. Because of these qualities, he became known as Honest Abe. He always treated people with respect and tried to do the right thing. Abraham wanted to make a bigger impact, so he decided to study law. Although he did not attend law school, he taught himself by reading law books and practicing on his own. Soon, he became a lawyer and was known for his skill in court. He was fair and just, and he often helped people who could not afford a lawyer. Lincoln's interest in helping people led him to enter politics. In 1834, he was elected to the Illinois state legislature, where he began working on laws and policies to help his community. He was a member of the Whig Party at first and later joined the newly formed Republican Party. Abraham Lincoln believed strongly that all people should be treated equally, and he did not support slavery, which was still legal in many states. Slavery was a system where people, mainly Africans, were forced to work for others without freedom. Lincoln thought this was unfair and wanted to put an end to it. In 1860, Abraham Lincoln ran for President of the United States. His message was clear. He wanted to keep the country united and stop the spread of slavery. Many people in the northern states supported him, but the southern states, where slavery was common, did not agree with his ideas. Despite the challenges, Lincoln won the election and became the 16th President of the United States in 1861. His election made history, as he was the first president from the Republican Party. His leadership would soon be tested in ways he could not have imagined. Shortly after Lincoln became president, the United States faced a great crisis. The Southern states, unhappy with Lincoln's views on slavery, decided to leave the country and form their own nation, called the Confederate States of America. This separation led to the Civil War, a terrible conflict between the Northern states, the Union, and the Southern states, the Confederacy. The Civil War lasted from 1861 to 1865, and it was a very difficult time for Lincoln and the country. Thousands of soldiers and civilians lost their lives, and families were divided. Abraham Lincoln's main goal was to keep the country together and to end slavery. He believed that everyone should be free and that the United States should be one strong, united nation. In 1863, during the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. This was an important document that declared that all enslaved people in the Confederate States were free. Although it did not immediately free all enslaved people, it was a major step towards ending slavery in the United States. The Emancipation Proclamation showed Lincoln's commitment to freedom and equality. It also allowed African Americans to join the Union Army and fight for their own freedom. Many people admired Lincoln for his bravery in making this decision, and it changed the course of American history. One of Lincoln's most famous speeches is the Gettysburg Address, delivered in 1863 at the site of a major battle in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The battle was one of the bloodiest of the Civil War, and many soldiers had lost their lives there. In his speech, Lincoln spoke about the importance of unity and freedom. He said, "Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth." These words have become famous around the world and are often quoted as a reminder of democracy and equality. The Gettysburg Address was short, but it was powerful, and it showed Lincoln's vision for a united, free nation. After years of fighting, the Union Army finally won the Civil War in 1865. The Southern states agreed to rejoin the United States, and the country was once again united. Abraham Lincoln was overjoyed, as his dream of keeping the nation together had come true. The end of the war also meant the end of slavery. The United States passed the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, which made slavery illegal across the country. This was a great victory for freedom and justice, and it marked a new beginning for the United States. Just days after the end of the Civil War, tragedy struck. On April 14, 1865, while attending a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C., Abraham Lincoln was shot by an actor named John Wilkes Booth, who opposed Lincoln's ideas. Lincoln was taken to a nearby house, where he passed away the next day. The country mourned deeply for Abraham Lincoln. He was remembered as a brave leader who had fought for unity and freedom. His death was a great loss, but his legacy lived on. Abraham Lincoln's legacy is one of courage, honesty, and determination. He believed in equality and worked tirelessly to make sure all people were treated fairly. His efforts helped end slavery in the United States, and he is remembered as a hero who changed the country forever. Today, Abraham Lincoln is honored with monuments, statues, and even his face on the American penny. People around the world respect him for his dedication to freedom and his role in shaping American history. Abraham Lincoln's life shows us that anyone can make a difference if they have courage and a strong will. From a poor boy in a small cabin to the President of the United States. His journey was one of hard work and belief in what is right. Lincoln's story is a reminder that even in difficult times, we can find strength and work for a better future. This story about Abraham Lincoln highlights his journey from humble beginnings to becoming one of the most respected leaders in history. His dedication to unity and freedom continues to inspire people today. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below with your thoughts on the story.